All right, so quick story for you guys. The other day I was at a barbecue. You know, we're sitting around eating, relaxing, chilling, and all of a sudden something came to my mind of what do I actually love about Jacksonville? All right, guys, so at this point you kind of know I'm a fool. I love to make jokes, but in this video, what I really wanted to go into is what I actually love about Jackson. Now, I've been here for 13 years, so a lot of my opinions are truly unbiased. It's based off of what I feel about Jackson, why I'm still here. So if you do not know me, my name is Dr. Adrian A. Gentry, aka Dr. Real Estate Jax. If you've been here before, you know what I'm gonna say, get up, get your own water, your family now. If you have not, do me a favor, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification as we try to talk about all things Jax, where to eat, where to live, where to play. And at some point in your life, you're probably gonna think about moving, selling somewhere in the Northeast Florida. Me and my team would love to help you. Do us a favor, shoot us an email at information@drrealestatejax. Now let's get into this video. So in this video, what we're gonna do is we're gonna cover some of the big things, some of the obvious things you guys already know I love about this place, but we're also gonna uncover some of those smaller things as well and the reasons that I love Jacksonville. And the first one, I have to start off and say this, Jacksonville, we're coming to the table, guys. We've been late coming to the table. We are coming to the table. So the first thing is the development of Jacksonville. Jacksonville is waking up, right? Over the years, it's been really stagnant and there has been no growth. But right now, we have tons of projects going on inside of Jacksonville. It's kind of like Microsoft getting started in my mind. And I wish I would have jumped on it right then. So just downtown alone, we have $5 billion in investments going into downtown area, marking the biggest urban core revitalization in the entire United States. The first phase is the Pearl Street District with about 500 million going in for mixed-use development, 1,000 multifamily units, 120 square feet of just retail space and more walkable neighborhoods. More than 100 acres is underway right by the St. Johns River, being developed for parks, being developed for mixed use. So it means we're gonna have more entertainment, more restaurants coming down in that area. Then of course, this excites me a lot. The 30-mile Emerald Trail network, right? So this is a network kind of combining, kind of connecting all of the historic areas downtown. So you'll have more biking, more walking trails, more transportation. And that's what I'm actually loving about this place. I keep telling people that Jacksonville is about to boom. And then if we look at the Four Seasons Hotel, which will be completed in 2026, downtown is going to be thriving and I can see where it's going. And that's why I tell people all the time, I'm not moving. Like, I'm not moving. I'm seeing a city that's about to explode with nothing but opportunity for people moving here. It's going to be more entertainment. There's going to be more hospitality. There's going to be more food, and everyone knows I love food. So we're in the beginning of something amazing. And the second reason I love Jax. Now, Jacksonville, I'm gonna be honest, it's been completely underrated. So, but if you start beginning to do your research, you'll start to find out we rank top in all the things that matter. So job market in Jacksonville is ranked the second hottest in the country. Listen, Wall Street Journal put that out. I didn't come up with that statistic. And it's been climbing from 5th in 2021 to 3rd in 2022. And we've been holding pretty strong since 2023. So it's not just the competitive wages that are bringing people to Jax, right? Companies like Dun & Bradstreet, PaySafe, Johnson & Johnson, Redwire are just a couple of examples of the people who are now calling Jacksonville home. When it comes to best place to live in Florida, we're ranked number 3. When it comes to schools, we have schools like Staten College Prep, which is ranked 5 in Florida, high schools, 1st in Duval County, and then of course 55 in the nation. Now I'm gonna help you out real quick. There's 4,200 schools in Florida. There's 90,000 schools in the nation, and we're actually on that ranking. If we're looking at Paxson, for instance, 189 in the entire nation, 19th within Florida. We haven't even talked about the St. Johns County School District or the Clay County School District, which are 2 of the top in the entire state. When it comes to neighborhoods, if I look at a neighborhood like Nocatee, it's top selling, ranked number 12 in the entire country. And then also it's rated number 1 suburb to raise a family in Florida in 2024. So that's what I'm talking about, right? So all the things that people call and ask me about schools. Do you have good schools? Well, we're ranking there. Jobs, do you have good? We're ranking there. Neighborhoods to raise a family, we're ranking there. So anything that you're afraid of, before you even move to this town, we actually have the rankings in place and can prove that this may be a great move for you. That's why I say I'm staying here, because I already know what I have, guys. Number 3, location, and everybody already knows the other word, location. If you know me, I love to travel. And for me, this is like kind of the perfect spot for me. Like out of town customers, when they're coming in, one of the things that they're always talking about is getting back to family. And this is the perfect area for that. When we have clients that are PCSing to Navy bases, they may be right there in Kings Bay. We have theme parks that's 2 hours away, right there in Orlando. So if you love the theme park, that's where you should go. And I'm a kid, I love water altogether. So I love SeaWorld. Tampa is only 3.5 miles away from here. And you get on a good audiobook, drinking you some coffee and just relaxing. You can take that ride with no problem. Miami, 5 hours away. Going to Miami. Savannah is 2 hours away. If you've never checked out downtown Savannah, you need to. There's a restaurant down there that I'm absolutely in love with. Tapas restaurant within Atlanta. I used to drive when I first moved to Jacksonville twice a week back and forth to Atlanta, right? So to be able to move and go pretty much wherever I want to, Destin, some of the best beaches you'll ever see in Jackson, some of the best beaches you'll ever see in Florida, you can go about 4 hours away and you're going to find Destin. So this is the perfect location for those people who love to take those day trips or weekend trips. If you're trying to go somewhere, it's centrally located. And of course, we have the international airport. So you can hop on flights right out of Jacksonville and pretty much take you anywhere you need to go. Number 4, we talked about vacations. Let's talk about great staycations. Now, let me set the mood for you, right? You're in Jacksonville, Florida, and you and the sweetheart want to take a trip to a nice resort type island or nice resort type town. Well, if you're 45 minutes away from downtown, you're going to find Amelia Island, right? And you have all types of resorts there. You have Ritz-Carlton, you have the Omni, you have the Courtyard. And of course, what I do is I go down there and I get an Airbnb. It's just a laid back resort style atmosphere. And you can do that and not go very far from home. When you talk about the activities they have down there, you have boat tours, bike tours, you have kayak rentals, of course, my absolute favorite, fishing, and then horseback riding. It's a great walkable downtown area with some of the amazing food. And then Ponte Vedra is another great location, especially if you love golf, but they have some great Airbnbs all over Jacksonville. And I like to tell people this, we are the place where people go to vacation. So if you're thinking about it like that, you actually have so many places of entertainment in Jacksonville area where you can just go off, right? Get away from the kids for the weekend, step away. Right? And have a great staycation over the weekend and don't have to spend a lot of money. And that's what's so appealing to majority of people about Jacksonville. It's not just a place to call home, but it's also a place where you vacation. So that leaves you with a million options of things to do without ever leaving the city. And number 5, nature. All right, so Jacksonville is definitely known for its water. And we have 22 miles of beaches. So you have Atlantic Beach, you have Neptune Beach, you have, Jacksonville Beach, Amelia Island, Ponte Vedra. Listen, y'all kind of get the picture. But I absolutely love the fact that we have so many things to do outside. One of the places I absolutely love going is Boneyard Beach. And it has some beautiful, beautiful pieces that are almost like artwork, like driftwood that is stayed right there onto the beach. You walk through a path to actually get there. And now this is a place I would say is my peace and my relaxation. If you ever get a chance, you guys got to check out that beach. Now, Jacksonville also has 400 city parks, 7 state parks, and 2 national parks. Another favorite place I have is the Jacksonville Arboretum. Good for my mental health, right? When they say nature recharges you, that's exactly what it does. And it's open year round. Now, we don't have mountains, well, we don't have snow, but if you love to kayak, you can get out there on the water, paddleboarding, fishing. And I'll talk about fishing in every video because guess what? I love to fish. You can get out there. Every couple months, I go out about 50, 60 miles offshore and I'm catching some amazing fish that I love to bring home and cook. But you also have camping, you have zip lining, you have hiking on flat plains. But if you're that outdoors person, right? All of these parks, you have children, you always have a place to take them, right? If you love fishing, you can get out there and go fish. We got lakes, flakes, rivers, streams. It's crazy. It's endless possibilities out here in nature. And with 271 days of nothing but sunshine, you have the ability, unlike when you're up north, stuck in the house for 7 months, to go out and enjoy some sun. Number 6, diversity. Okay, so I've lived in probably 6 or 7 states. I have traveled to probably 45, 46 states inside of the United States. And one thing I absolutely love to do is, I guess y'all would say harass people when I talk, but I'm just talking to pretty much anyone. And that's what I love about Jacksonville. With over 1 million people here in this area, home to 3 naval bases and families coming from different regions, different areas all across the world, different backgrounds, different ethnicities. That's what you're going to get in Jacksonville, a melting pot. It's funny, I just got off a call with somebody from Utah. Utah. You know why they're moving here from Utah? It's because they would like a more diverse area. So this city, it celebrates the diversity, and it comes with the music. It comes along with the food, the art, the festivals that are going on and honoring culture all the time here in Jacksonville, Florida. And that's why I really believe a lot of the military get out and stay here, because you create a family, right? Of people who don't look like you, people who look like you, with different types of foods and cultures that you can all embrace inside of one area. And I think that's what I love about Jacksonville the most. I'm that person. I don't care what your skin complexion is. I don't care what your beliefs are, but can we laugh, eat, have some great food, and are you a great person? And I find a lot of those people right here in Jacksonville. All right, so next one is going to be real estate. Now, I'm a realtor, right? I can talk about real estate all day long. And the diversity of homes that you'll find in Jacksonville is pretty vast and pretty impressive. The number one great wealth, real estate. So in Jacksonville, what you'll find is homes from 60, 70, 80, even 100 years ago, right? Just being built. And I love the infrastructure of this entire area. The reason being is because you still get those 20th century properties, but you also get the brand new construction that are modern. You also get the walkable neighborhoods like Riverside and Avondale and San Marco, but you can also be tucked away from the burbs in your own area. And that's what I love about the real estate here. And it's been booming ever since 2019, 2020. We're watching real estate grow as fast as possible. And some of those outlier areas that we're looking at, like Green Cove, which is about to blow up, Yulee, where they were never building at before, are starting to show so much improvement, meaning people are purchasing properties out there right now that in 5 years, I guarantee you they're going to gain $100,000, $200,000 in equity, because the vast majority of Jacksonville at one point was farmland. So you had a lot of cows, but now those areas are being built up with new construction neighborhoods, and it's absolutely amazing watching the growth down here. And as I look at the real estate trends and us still being the least expensive of all the major cities in Florida, I think that's why most people decide they want to buy here. What I'll find here in Jacksonville for $400,000, I can literally go down to Orlando and find it for $150,000 more. Same type neighborhoods, it's just based off of location. So playing the real estate game in Jacksonville is amazing. And don't be scared, guys. We sell it. We sell a lot of it. If you're looking for a home, I had to put a plug in right here. Give us a call. I'm putting my phone number right there. But it's definitely one of those reasons I'm in love with Jacksonville is the real estate market here. Okay, so my next one will be different vibe, different area of town. So if you do not know, Jacksonville is the largest city land-wise in the entire United States. Now, but depending on what side of town you actually live on, it can be completely different. So if I'm looking at like 5 points, for instance, very eccentric area, you're going to find some smoke shops, you're going to find some fantastic restaurants, people walking around, gathering, having a good time. Now, if you look at the beaches, it's hang 10. It's what you would expect out of a beach town. It's beautiful, right on the water, great restaurants, great hotels. But if you step over to South Side, St. John's area, you're gonna have more of a luxurious feel. If we're looking at San Marco, which is the uncle to Riverside, it gets kind of bougie, but it's beautiful. And everything in that area was kind of built during the Italian Renaissance. So you get that historic feel with these beautiful stone homes that absolutely gorgeous that may be right off the water. But if I'm going into, say, a Nocatee, a Bartram, one of those master plan communities have the resort style swimming pools, you're going to get, I say, urban suburban luxury, right? That's the only way I can explain it. It's a more upscale area, but it's a beautiful place to raise a family. So no matter what your lifestyle is, no matter what your vibe is. So that's why we ask a lot of questions when we get on that first call. And the reason we're asking these questions is because we want to find out what fits your lifestyle, right? And that's what I love about Jax. You can be on one side of town and there's a completely different vibe than the other side of town. So if you're looking for something to do, if you're looking to raise a family, you can kind of pick where you want to live based off of the feeling that you would want from that area. And I've been into a lot of cities and I haven't always felt that. Like you get Miami, you get Miami. Like that's the feel you get down in Miami. If I go to Orlando, you know what? I might have to go a little further out so I'm not inundated with all of the things that are going on with the theme parks. But in Jacksonville, it really does separate by feeling. So depending on where you want to go, where you want to live, you may get a completely different vibe. So is Jacksonville perfect? I would say this, is there any city that's perfect anywhere? And that would be absolutely not. I wouldn't say it's perfect at all, right? Well, our public transportation, it sucks. I just have to say that. We have traffic issues and we're having a lot of growing pains, and it's dealing with a lot of the things that are happening in new construction inside the entire city. But that's the reason why we get calls from viewers just like you all the time, looking to move to Northeast Florida and want to find out what this city has to offer. For me, the upside of the city is it's growing, right? I absolutely love the growth that's happening in this city, and watching all the festivals, the communities come together, it's getting better year by year. And it's so excited to see that growth. So let me do a favor. If you're thinking about moving to Jacksonville, or you're already here in Jacksonville and considering to move to another area, do me a favor, give us a call. Let's jump on a Zoom meeting and let's talk. Me or my team, we can make sure that we can find you the perfect home here in Jacksonville. And are you living? I need to help you guys out. You're all moving from the expensive north where it gets cold and it gets 18 degrees. Are y'all really living at all? If you're coming from expensive California, are you really living with those prices? Do me a favor. Give us a call, put the phone number somewhere in here like I always do. And I might put a couple more videos so you can actually understand what's going on in Jax right here. But until next time, be great and choose excellence in everything you do.